How about turning your garden into a lively, colorful space? Imagine bees buzzing, butterflies gliding around, and birds singing. This isn't just any garden, it's one specially made to attract these amazing creatures. By creating this type of garden, you'll enjoy a beautiful, vibrant space and also help out nature. Every plant and corner of your garden plays a part in keeping these pollinators happy. Let's get started on making your backyard a welcoming place for bees, butterflies, and birds. Ready to discover the magic of pollinator-friendly gardening? According to experts, bees and other pollinators help to pollinate 75% of the world's flowering plants and about 35% of global food crops. That's why choosing the right plants for your garden is crucial. Start by planting a variety of flowers that bloom at different times of the year. This ensures there's always something for the pollinators to feed on. Lavender, sunflowers, and marigolds are great choices because they provide a rich source of nectar and pollen. Native plants are also a fantastic option. They are well adapted to the local climate and soil conditions, which means they need less water and care. Plus, local pollinators are already familiar with these plants. Some popular native plants include asters, goldenrod, and coneflowers. Avoid hybrid plants that are bred for their looks, but may lack nectar and pollen. Check with local nurseries or gardening clubs to find the best plants for your area. They can provide helpful advice on what works well locally. Consider planting in clusters rather than single plants. This makes it easier for pollinators to find and feed on the flowers. With these plant choices, you'll be well on your way to creating a thriving pollinator-friendly garden. Did you know that water makes up about 60% of the average bee's body weight? Providing a consistent water source is essential for keeping your garden's pollinators happy and hydrated. A simple way to do this is by setting up shallow water dishes around your garden. You can use pie pans, saucers, or even plant pot trays. Just make sure they are shallow enough for small insects to access without drowning. Add some pebbles or stones to the water dishes. This gives bees and butterflies a place to land and drink safely. Remember to keep the water clean by refilling and changing it regularly, especially during hot weather. Another great option is installing a small bird bath. This not only attracts birds, but also provides an excellent water source for other pollinators. Place the bird bath in a sunny spot and keep it clean and filled with fresh water. If you have a larger garden, consider creating a small pond or water feature. Adding aquatic plants like water lilies can make it even more attractive to pollinators. By providing these water sources, you'll make your garden a refreshing oasis for bees, butterflies, and birds, helping them thrive and continue their important work. According to studies, nearly 40% of insect species are declining, and pesticides play a major role in this loss. To protect pollinators, it's important to avoid using chemical pesticides in your garden. These substances can harm or even kill bees, butterflies, and other beneficial insects. One effective alternative is to use natural pest control methods. For instance, you can introduce beneficial insects like ladybugs and predatory beetles that eat harmful pests. Planting herbs like basil, mint, and marigolds can also repel unwanted insects naturally. Another method is to use homemade insecticidal sprays made from ingredients like soap and water or neem oil. These are much safer for pollinators compared to chemical options. Keeping your garden clean and free of debris can also help reduce pest problems. Regularly check your plants for signs of pests and take action early to prevent infestations. By choosing natural methods and avoiding pesticides, you'll create a safer environment for pollinators to thrive. This small change can make a big difference in supporting the health of our ecosystem. Studies show that habitat loss is a major threat to 40% of insect species, including pollinators. Creating shelters in your garden is a simple yet effective way to help these vital creatures. You can start by planting dense shrubs and trees, which offer shelter from wind and rain. These plants provide a safe space for insects to rest and hide from predators. Old logs and tree stumps can also serve as excellent shelters. By leaving these natural elements in your garden, you create a habitat for beetles and other insects. They help decompose wood, enriching your garden soil in the process. Bee hotels are another great option. These small structures mimic the natural nesting sites of solitary bees, which make up about 90% of the bee population. You can buy bee hotels or make your own using bamboo canes, hollow stems, or drilled wooden blocks. Place them in a sunny spot, sheltered from heavy rain and strong winds. Different pollinators need different types of nesting habitats. For example, butterflies benefit from having tall grasses and wildflower patches where they can lay eggs. Ground-dwelling bees need areas of bare soil or sandy patches to dig their nests. By providing a variety of shelters, you'll support a diverse range of pollinators, helping them thrive and continue their important work in your garden. Sunflowers in the summer and chrysanthemums in the fall are great examples of how planting different flowers can benefit your garden. By choosing plants that bloom at different times, you ensure that pollinators have a steady food supply all year round. In the early spring, you can start with crocuses and daffodils. These flowers are some of the first to bloom and provide essential nectar for bees coming out of hibernation. As the season progresses, introduce plants like lavender, marigolds, and coneflowers. These mid-season bloomers keep the garden vibrant and full of life. Toward the end of the year, add late bloomers such as asters and goldenrod. These plants will ensure that pollinators have enough food as they prepare for the colder months. It's also a good idea to mix perennials with annuals. Perennials like echinacea and black-eyed Susans come back year after year, while annuals like zinnias and cosmos can be replanted each year to keep your garden lively. By planning for blooming seasons, you're not only creating a beautiful garden, but also providing a continuous food source for bees, butterflies, and other pollinators. This careful planning helps sustain the ecosystem and keeps your garden buzzing with life year-round. Scientists estimate that 90% of the world's flowering plants depend on animal pollinators. By creating a pollinator-friendly garden, you play a crucial role in supporting these vital creatures. We discussed how to choose the right plants, provide essential water sources, avoid harmful pesticides, create safe shelters, and plan for blooming seasons. Each step helps make your garden a haven for bees, butterflies, and birds. Now, it's your turn to bring this magic to your backyard. Start your own pollinator-friendly garden and see how your space transforms into a vibrant, lively haven. Your efforts will not only beautify your garden, but also support the environment. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more gardening tips. Share your experiences and let us know how your pollinator garden is growing. Happy gardening!